What's up, everybody? Tuesday night. Oh man, what a day, what a day. Hope y'all doing good out there. It's a crazy day at my job today, but luckily things just got better. You gotta love it. You gotta love how that happens. But yo, great people. It's good to see everybody here. What we got cooking here? Ray was the number one in the house. He said, "Hi, Rick and everyone here, waiting for you to rock." All right, good to see you, Ray. We ready to rock tonight for sure. Val Kimber, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you there. Dylan says, "I don't think I've ever been this early." There you go, buddy. Glad to see you too, man. I said the extra A was for awesome for Stardust. Absolutely, absolutely. Let's see, Juji in the house. What's going on, Juji? She says, "Finally, it wouldn't let me talk." What? I got emails from people that say they can't chat sometimes. I don't know why. They ain't banned, but who knows? But you definitely not banned, Juji, for sure. You VIP. All right, let's see. Val, we're doing good here. I appreciate you, brother. DJB in the house. What's up, dude? Good to see you tonight. Yeah, let's see. Nashi Ket. There he is, Bach in black. There you have it, brother. Great to see you tonight, man. Oh, let's see. I think Chris Arsenault rolled up. Good to see you, Chris. Man, yeah, and it's hot. I don't know. I think something happened in Florida, and the part of the ozone layer has depleted even further. It's ridiculous out there. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't know what's going on with this heat. Hopefully it cools down sooner than later, because, man. Oh, well, we got plenty of stuff today. I don't know if you're going to believe it. I got another new song, a brand new song. I wrote it at lunchtime today. I had enough time at lunch, and I knocked it out. Totally different from yesterday. I think you're going to enjoy it. If you like the blues, I like it. But we'll play that in a little bit. We got to get warmed up here for sure. This one here, this old good, nice one called Turn It Back. Turn It Back. Let's go. definitely not feeling it good tonight. I did get a little chance to play a little bit more than I usually do prior to this show. Trying to find that extra time. It's always hard, but I found a little time. We'll get the next one queued up for sure. And we got a lot of people pouring in. Good to see each and every one of you hanging out with us tonight. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. We are like dangerously close to 60,000, like a huge milestone. So we'd love to see you come along with us. So that'd be awesome. And who else we got in here? We saw Chris. Juji says she gets issues from YouTube from time to time. I've heard this. I don't know why. There's a guy, he's emailing me, and we're trying to figure it out. I don't know why he can't. He can come in here, he can type stuff, and no one sees it. So it's bizarre to me. Jose Gonzalez, he says, what an inspiration. I would love to play. Thank you so much, Jose. By all means, if you're not playing guitar already, get started. If you are playing guitar, check out my channel. I do have some instructional videos to help and get you going, buddy. Thank you for hanging with us. Juji says, sweet, can't wait. It's a different tune. It's kind of weird. You start us making fun of it, but we'll see. We'll see how you like it. DJB working on some riffs now. There you go, brother. Oh, Juji got that audio going in. There you go. All kinds of AI out there in there. Let's see. Dylan says, our conversation on Crowley last night had me curious about some of their bands I listened to. Had no clue the lead singer of Devil Driver was also fronting Cold Changer. Nice, dude. I remember Cold Changer. Was that Me Loco? That was that. Or Loco, the song. That was a cool tune. I remember that. Thank you, Juji. Thank you, Nasha K. Gloria's in the house. How you doing, Gloria? Thank you, DJB. Kylie Classified. Appreciate that. Very kind of you. Judy said, I had to slow my row. I tried to take food fast on the new keyboard. Oh, watch out. Nasha K's feeling that. Solid tune. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, Chris. Alvaro Perlas. Good to see you, buddy. How's it going? What else we got here? All right. I think we're covered here. And Donald James rolled up. What's up, Donald James? Good to see you, brother. All right, let's keep it rolling with some more warm-ups. It is cold in here, too. It's amazingly hot outside, but it's very cold in here. We got to turn that AC down. All right, let's go. good here. Yeah, that was a nice one. As you can see, I've got the blue, the candy blue guitar tonight. It plays pretty nice. It sounds pretty good. I think this one actually sounds better. It's a tremolo bar, wacky. I think this one sounds better than the Black Stallion, but the Black Stallion plays like better with the tremolo. It's so weird. Can never get them perfectly the same. I'd love to just carbon copy my purple one to every one of these. It'd be very nice. All right, what we got? How about we'll do a slow one after this. That's a good one here. All right, we got a lot of people hanging out. It's good to see everybody hanging out tonight. Let's see. Linda Lewis in the house. Yes, good evening. How you doing? I'm well. Good to hear. And you play guitar. Sounds good. Have a good night. Thank you, Linda. Good to see that. Costumes for all occasions. How you doing, brother? Val Kimmer said, any funky Cole Medina? That's Wild Thing, sorry. Darrell's in the house. What's up, Darrell? Good to see you, and thank you so much, my friend. Juji says it's always an honor to get to hang with you all again. Absolutely, absolutely. Joseph Rowland, he wants some Aussie. That ain't how you spell Aussie, though, man. That's Aussie and Harriet style, man. Fix that up. But of course, buddy, we'll play a little Aussie, man, at some point tonight, man. We're just getting warmed up here, Joseph. We certainly appreciate you hanging with us. Christopher, thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate that comment there. Donald James said he forgot to play speeder today. Man, you got to practice every day, man. Practice it all the time. Thank you, DJB. Now she gets feeling crazy. So yeah, we getting wild with on that one there. Thanks, Darrell. Dylan said, if I ever come to Oklahoma, bring a guitar body like painted. It's been a while since I painted a guitar, but I love the challenge. Nice, dude. Very nice, man. I don't think I have any currently. But you never know. One of my best friends is like a professional, pro auto body painter and stuff. And yeah, he's crazy with that stuff. He painted one of my Charvels, and he painted this Fender Strat I had. Dude knows the stuff. But if ever I'm in Oklahoma, I was in Oklahoma in 2018 though. Interestingly, Dylan said he painted his Mockingbird years ago. He liked to call his base color Crimson Cosmos. Nice, dude. I got another friend. He's like a friend of mine. He's doing raps. He's like rapping guitars, and they look pretty nuts. I'm like, dang. Juji says she loved the pace of that one. Thank you, Juji. That's a fun one to play. There you go, Ray. Appreciate you, bro. Let's see. The DJB said, I want guitar strings that made me look guilty of assaulting Ron McDonald. There you go, man. That's what I'm talking about. Rudy K, thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. Adam Roach, very kind of you. Thank you, sir. And Nashi K says a different guitar. Yeah. I'm saving the purple one. I'm letting the purple one rest for the week. We're going to switch back and forth between the blue and the black. I might break out the other black one for sure with the ebony fingerboard just to play around. Tristan says, what's up, bro? I'm a beginner in guitar. What's the easiest song to learn? Smoke on the Water, Breaking the Law, Seven Nation Army. Probably about the easiest ones right there, man. Dude, you said if your strings don't smell like Cheetos dust, then do you really even play? All right. Darrell said there's a big countdown on the Slipknot website. But another one? I remember they had one a couple of days ago, or like a week ago, and it was just to roll out their new collection or something like that, new album collection. Or not a new album, but, like a retrospect, whatever you call it. I don't know what you call it. Discography. Val said he liked flames in his black Les Paul. There you go, man. Hot dog, this is a Jackson, buddy. That's all I use, my friends. I appreciate you there. Melhoy says, kindly play one of the Boney M songs. I don't know any Boney M, dude, but I know who Boney M is, but I never learned his stuff for sure. Appreciate you hanging either way, man. Adam Roach, thank you, buddy. Let's see. Paolo said he almost gave up on playing. Thank you very much. That's good to hear, Paolo. Never quit, man. Just have fun. Do what you do and see where it takes you, man. Think where it takes you. Thank you, Gloria. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, I do like this color. It's a very, very deep candy blue. Super nice. Joseph asks, is it true that a banjo is white harder to play than a guitar? I don't think so. I played a banjo before. It was very easy for me to figure out how to play it, but I wasn't probably any great at it or anything. I'm sure it probably takes some more skill. I think because a lot of people they have picks on all their fingers or whatever, so it's like a crazy finger picking thing. But It could be harder for sure. It could be different. Could be different, but yeah, I never tried, man. I mean, I played it, and I quickly learned how the tune of the strings were, and just went for it, man. All right, let's see if we got this one. I can't remember how to play this, but let me see what we got here. That's a lovely song, isn't it? Very nice. I love how the change at the end speeds up. That's a cool thing right there. That's a cool one. Appreciate you hanging out for watching that one with me. We got a lot of people cranking up here. If you haven't subscribed to the channel just yet, make sure if you're enjoying the show, please subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 60,000. Hopefully going to hit it this week. But that's really cool. We love to see you come along with us for this crazy ride we call YouTube. I don't know. But thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out nonetheless. Darrell, thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Dylan says the Crimson Cosmos is a bit hard to capture on camera, but the base is black with a alternating dusting of maroon, silver, gold, and black to get a galactic look. Very nice. Make sure you post that on my community page, Dylan. We'd love to see that. You can post on my community page. You upload a picture, type something, anything you like. We'd love to see it, man. If you can get a good shot of it, we'd love to check that out. Juji said, this one makes me imagine Michael Bolton. There you go. Michael Bolton can sing, though. That's for sure. Dylan said he did something for his thermos. The black base with dusting of silver, blue, and purple. Those are nice, dude. That sounds. I love those colors. I love purple. Purple, black, and silver. Probably my favorites. Let's see. Monty Stevenson, thank you very much, my friend. DJ B said, I got to figure out how to dial the Floyd Rosen better, but I really like it. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Like, each one of them mine played different. Like, they all played some, they all are sprung differently or whatever. They all have the same stuff. Man, I don't know. But yeah, it's a lot of messing around. Mama Shredder's in the house. What's up, Mama? She said, stopping by to say hi. Modding for Brody, but always got to support. Hey, thank you so much, Mama. We'll make sure, we'll send the crowd over if Brody's still going when I'm done here. We'll send them all over there for you. Let's see. Uh-oh, Juji talking about some Flowwood. That sounds like Paleo right there. we got to figure out how to get Juji. We'll hook you up, Juji, for sure. Gloria said she can get lost in that song. Me too. That was a nice one. That's fun. Nashi Kid said, man, I miss this sound. I feel that, buddy. I feel that. Layla, you got, we love jokes around here. What you got? Gloria says, actually, would you consider this a song? There isn't really any singing vocals. It's an instrumental. Everything I do is instrumental. So yeah, there's songs. There's fully structured songs, but I just do a guitar instrumental. If I had a singer, if I wanted to have a singer, I think any of these songs could probably get the vocal treatment. Donald James said the description of the guitar sounds. Sorry, that is pretty wild sounding. Carlos says he was jammed to the king in his Jeep Wrangler loud as hell today. That's what's up, man. Gotta love it. Garrett Payne said instrumental. There you have it, man. Michael Adams in the house. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. He says rocking and rolling. That's how we do it, man. Roman Palkowski, how you doing, brother? Great to see you too, man. Casper VR's in the house. What's up, Casper? Donald James said, hell yeah, those are my favorite colors. Silver and black, you know that's right. And purple. There you go, Sacramento Kings. I feel that. Layla says, what's the difference between an apple and an orphan? I don't know. I'm waiting for that punchline. I'll wait for that punchline. All right, we're going to move along. We will be playing this. I'm going to play the new song a little bit in a little while. We'll get some classic tunes in first. Because y'all know, we haven't played this in like a week, so I got to remember how to play this stuff. If you're hanging out and you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so. Also, I'll be playing some songs off my album, which came out last June. If you'd like to check out the entire album, it's here on my YouTube page. Look for the Releases tab. The entire album is free to stream. Listen to it as much as you like. Add it to your playlist. Whatever you like, your favorite songs, do it up. This one here is called Symphony 40. Symphony 40, still got it. There you go. That's what's up right there. Oh, man. That is a wild jam to play. Tell you what. All right, we'll cue up the next one here. And we got a lot of people hanging out. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel. We are so close to 60,000 subscribers. What a milestone. It's insane to think about. Thank you so much for all your support out there. Angelo Miranda, how you doing, buddy? Well, we're doing all originals tonight, my friend. Steve, what's up? And some covers. We'll do some cover solos and stuff. We got some Aussie to play. We're supposed to play a Dio tonight, too, so hang tight. We're going to rock it out for the show, for sure. Steve, what's up, brother? Great to see you, my man. Val Kimber, there you go, my friend. Alchemist in the house says, Rick, I hope you're doing well. I'm great, thank you, buddy. You've been MIA on here, his bad, no worries. My days have been dark and dealing with a lot, but I came to show some love. We appreciate that, Alchemist. He said, keep rocking, Rick. Send positive vibes from SoCal. Absolutely, my brother. I hope everything works out, man. I know how it goes, man. When it rains, it pours, but it can't rain all the time, my friend. So ride that storm. You know how we do around here. Ray Free says Symphony 40 his favorite. There you go, brother. Nashiket, thank you. DJB, appreciate it. Thank you, Gloria. LVD said, I missed you these last days. We missed you too, buddy. Yeah, it's a tough week for me. I can't do nothing. I'm just like, it's like sucks, man. But we back. We back hard. Juji, there you go. Nashiket. Juji said, that's a great tune. Thank you, Juji. Let's see. Frenchie in the house. What's up, Frenchie? Great to see you there, buddy. Pomsky Pop, what's up? Captain Rich, he's in the house. He said he's ready for his mouth therapy. You got it. Shardy Fortune, how's it going tonight? Good to see you there. We're just going to keep it rocking. All right, this next tune, we'll throw up this shirt. And you never know. People, you never know if anyone wants some merchandise. We do have a store here on the YouTube channel as well. We'll put up this shirt, let you check it out. This song is for this shirt. Going to be popped up on the screen here. This next tune is called Until the Bitter End. This is the title track to my album. So we hope you enjoy that. And if you're interested in some of the merchandise under here, click on that shirt. You can check out the entire store. But without further ado, Until the Bitter End. forgot how crazy that tune is. you don't play it for a week and you go, there's some stuff going on in this song. I ain't get. That's a crazy tune right there. It's so fun to play though. Very fun. Oh yeah, we got to get back in the swing of it and we'll move on to the next one. Yeah. Hope y'all enjoyed that one. Appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. Excuse me. Let's see, we got the next tune. Let's see what's that one. We'll try and throw up some different shirts while we play these specific songs. The next one's Fire Within, so we better toss that one up there. Let's see, this one's a great one. This is one of my favorite songs to play. Okay. Let's see, a lot of comments. Appreciate everyone hanging out with us. We're going to read through these comments real quick. See who's in the house. Let's see. All right, we remember that. Clayton in the house. What's up, buddy? Luis Sayas, good to see you. Pomsky says, love watching you jam on it. Thank you so much, Pomsky. I appreciate that so much. Juju knows, rock me on my dials. Alchemist, thank you, buddy. Kiki in the house. How you doing, Kiki? Good to see you tonight. All right, now we gotta crank that Storm Rider for you, for sure. Kelly, buena noche. How you doing? Nashi Ket knows, let's go. Hi, Kelly. Judy said, hit me with your harpsichord. I know, right? That'd be pretty heavy. Be a pretty heavy harpsichord. I got my keyboard's like, thankfully the keyboard I use is about maybe 2 pounds. Not too bad. Thank you, Kelly. Carlos, appreciate that, brother. Thank you, Kelly. Andrew, thank you. Captain Rich, appreciate that, brother. Thank you, Juji. Captain Rich is feeling that for sure. 2 Below in the house. How you doing, buddy? Good to go. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kiki. Thank you, Kelly. Jeff Kidd, thanks, brother. Appreciate that. Captain Rich and Kelly feeling that for sure. Kyler Hoopman in the house. He said, just found your channel, you rock, man. Thank you, sir. I need more. Let's do it. Absolutely. Donald's feeling that one part. Yeah, that solo part, crazy, right? Thank you, Donald. Nashiket, thank you. Kelly, thank you. Daly and K. Morton said, hey, man, can you some time to play Moment of Impact? Listen to on your YouTube. Nice, dude. I think about it. I don't play that too often, so I forget it, but we can probably toss it in there in a little bit. Tron6 says, your playing reminds me of Tony McAlpine. I love Tony, dude. I got to play a lot of Tony McAlpine when I was with Rob Rock, so yeah, I love Tony. I've listened to Tony since long before probably a lot of people knew who Tony was, but thank you, brother. I appreciate it. That means a lot. J says, set up for that middle part is just genius. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you, Kelly, Val, Kelly again. Kelly, there you go. Kiki Stardust in here somewhere. She's doing something, but as you can see, we've kind of figured out the troll problem, Kiki. So people can just chill and do it, do what they need, and it just check here and there. It's very chill around here nowadays. Judy said, I'm watching your hands, but I can't believe the sound I'm hearing. I know, right? Hey, Cat Rich, Nachi Cat, love that growling. Oh yeah. Terry Carranza, oh my goodness, good to see you, Terry. How you feeling? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you, Kelly. Casper says, did you take music lessons? I certainly did. Yeah, I took guitar lessons for 2 years from 2 different teachers. So 1 year was with a theory teacher. The second year was with like a legitimate shredding guitar teacher. And then I did go to college for 2 years. So that helped a lot. It helped a lot. Obrigado, Kelly. Thank you, DJB. Appreciate that, man. John says, wow, I remember that one, The Bitter End, brother. That was good. Thank you, John. Kiki says, we missed you. We missed you too, Kiki. Last week I couldn't stream because of my job, but we're back in action, back with a vengeance for sure. So it's good to see you. Cameron says, that freaking phenomenal performances are you. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Clayton says, I love seeing you on right after a customer makes me angry. I feel that, man. Tifu, we're going to play some in a little while, buddy, for sure. Val says, I really want Rick to own a harpsichord. I really want me to own a harpsichord. That'd be so sick, man. Thank you, bro. That'd be awesome. Let's see. Kiki says, it's been a minute. Work has her exhausted. Emailed you for yourself. Oh, okay. I'll look again. I did get an email, and it was just like, I said, this person has a question. I was like, and then it didn't say what the question. I was like, what's the question? But all right, no problem. I can tell you now, it's an XL for sure. In case I don't miss it, XL. Andrew Dubb back in the house. What's he? You wants that 719 again? Nice, dude. Thanks for that super chat, brother. We'll see if we can pull that one off again for you. I need to go in and update that a little bit. I think it's a little too long of a song. I need to trim a few bits, but we'll see what we can do for you, brother. DJB wants some Calling on Vengeance. I can feel that. Yeah, we might. Oh, let me play this next one, and then we'll move on to that one for sure. I love playing that. DJB knows Shrapnel Records, man. Oh, I love Shrapnel Records back in the day. Anna Fernandez, good to see you. She said, sorry, Rick, I haven't been to your lives working today, but we jam out. There you go, Anna. It's great to see you. And last week I couldn't play it all, Anna, so you didn't miss anything last week, so we're glad to see you for sure. There you go, Louise. Gargamel from the Smurfs. You like the Smurfs? That's awesome, dude. Gargamel was a cool guy. Peggy Hecky, buenas noches to you. Good to see you. Casper says he actually plans on getting his master's degrees in music and becoming a guitar. That'd be sick, dude. I should have stayed. I did 2 years, and I was so sick of school. I was like, man, I gotta go be a rock star. You know, it took me 12 more years after I left college to be a rock star. And I was barely that, you know. I did some stuff, though. Val says you will, man. I appreciate it, man. We're gonna hit it big at some point here. It's either gonna be the lottery or YouTube's gonna grace me with something. Kiki said, I'll resend it. Your channel feels like home. Absolutely, Kiki. It's always great to see you here, and you've been with us for a while, so that's an OG for sure. Val says, and Smurfette was tired all the time. I know, right? Gargamel. Unless that's a band name, I have no idea, man. The only Gargamel I ever heard of was from the Smurfs, and that's because when I was a kid, my friend had the Smurfs game on the ColecoVision, and we played the heck out of it. It was like the original Mario, like original side scroller. Anyway, the next tune here is The Fire Within. This is the biggest song I ever wrote. I think it's at the 376,000 views here on YouTube. It has the guitar I'm trying to get again. If I can ever find this guitar, the exact one I need. But it's a beautiful song, very Mozart inspired, very classical. Let's get it with The Fire Within, everybody. right there. And it's been a minute since I played that all the way through. That's a ripper right there. Oof, man, get. All right, let's see. What we got that. All right, we are ready. We're going to move things around. We're going to do Calling on Vengeance for DJB. That's one of my favorites. We're going to crank that up for sure. A lot of great comments. Good to see everyone hanging out. Make sure you hit that subscribe if you have not already and you're enjoying the show. We have a great community here, and I do put videos out every single day, so there's always something happening around here. Oh, let's see. All right, Kiki showing me resend it. Yeah, okay, I remember that one. I remember that. Judy says, no matter what, the bottom line is you enjoying yourself and inspiring me. Absolutely. That's how you got to do it. Let's see. Clayton says Jabberjaw. I remember Jabberjaw. That was awesome, really. Yeah, there you go. Donald James remembers that Smurfs game on Coleco. He said that was fire. It was. I didn't get into the Smurfs. I didn't watch the Smurfs as a kid, but Coleco had the best graphics at the time. You know, I finally got my Atari, and I was like, oh man, this is the greatest thing ever. I got my Atari, and then my friend's like, I got Coleco. I was like, what? I was like, dude, man. He had that Smurfs game, and he had Turbo. He had the wheel with the pedal. I was like, dude, I love Turbo. But we played the heck out of that Smurfs game, that's for sure. Thank you, Nashikit. Val said he wanted a Coleco back in the day. I know, right? Me too. But I was lucky enough to get an Atari 2600. And that was pretty much going to be it for me, man. My parents were going to buy me nothing after that because I begged and cried. And like, get me that Atari. I had to have it. Techno home, muchas gracias, amigo. DJB said, I remember when the air smelled like Coleco. True that. Nashikit, thank you. Muchas gracias again, Techno home. Let's see. Gloria says she played the Smurfs on Atari when she was a kid. Wish she still had Atari. Yeah, they do have like some Atari, a retro Atari setup. Pretty wild. I have all the games like on PC, like emulators and stuff. Like every single game. It's pretty cool. Clayton says, who remembers Domino's Yo Noid on Nintendo? I never played it. I remember they put that out. DJB said he's playing the Division 1 or 2. Both were great, man. We love the Division 1 for sure. Stardust and I played every Christmas time. We'll delete one of our characters, and then we'll run through the entire campaign again. Division 2 is still fun, but man, at this point they need a Division 3. They need to get cooking because Division 1 is still better in a lot of ways. But that's a fun one there. Midnight Rider knows Shredder. Yes, what's up, brother? Ray Freeze, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you, DJB. Let's see. There you go. They said Rick Hands spit that hot fire like Dylan. That's a Jay Chappelle, man. I love that one, dude. The making the band. It's like, I'm gonna need you to go out and get me a set of left-hand golf clubs. We're gonna shut the studio down, man. Why? I'm Dylan. I spit hot fire. I love Chappelle, so I'm probably tripping. TV Rocks, what's up, brother? Sean Wink, this is a Jackson Dinky Reverse Pro from 1992. These are extremely rare. I have quite a few of them, though, but yeah, I love these guitars. Nashi Ket knows Ripper, indeed. Val feeling that. There you go. Let's see. Donald Jason, I can play the very beginning of that, but that's it. That's great, dude. That's a tough thing. It's like a 12/8 triplet thing going on there, so that's really good. I saw you streaming earlier, but man, I was so busy at work, man. It was a wacky day. But I was like, But I usually try, if I see you on there and it's chill, I usually swing in. But I'll definitely have to check that out, man. All right, Dylan says he was finally able to share his guitar and thermos to the community page. It wouldn't let me watch your stream and open the page. Yeah, true. You got to do one or the other usually, but I appreciate that, buddy. We'll go check that out for sure. Val Kilmer said, I'd love to see Rick shred on my Prince Telly. That'd be sweet, man. Sean Wink, shoot, you were close, Sean. I wish. Yeah, this is basically the original Jackson Virtuoso dinky style body, 24 fret, dual humbucker, Floyd, tone and volume, man. Yeah, this is probably one of the ribs. This was 1992. It was a long time ago. But yeah, I like the look of those Jackson Virtuosos. I wish they had a reverse neck, though. If I ever get become an artist at Jackson, I will definitely ask for that. DJB said Christmas morning '85. His dad took a hammer to the Atari, and they gave us a brand new NES. I mean, that's not the worst trade-off, but Atari, man, that was what's up. I feel that though. Dylan says it was driving me nuts to get the pic even closer resembles the color. I know, man. Taking pictures, even though we have like these amazing 4K cameras on our phones and stuff, sometimes, man, the pictures just don't come right, man. You got to do a lot of doctoring to them. Tegno Holmes from the Dominican Republic. Muchos gracias. Bienvenidos, amigo. Oh, let's see. Anna says she still has an Atari with the games. Very nice, very nice. Oh, there you go, Midnight Rider, Coleco, Zaxxon. I love Zaxxon, man. That was a hard game, man. It took me a while to get it right because I always misjudged everything. Inkspot, what's up, buddy? He says, what's the last name of the song you were playing? That was called The Fire Within, my friend. Okay, DJP's rocking that Division 1, man. That's a great game, dude. That's a great game. We've actually, they did a Brooklyn expansion for Division 2. But me and Stardust like ripped through that thing. We crushed that thing down. We got builds. Our builds are like insane for that game. We can just melt anything. João Elder Pinedo Soares from Brazil. Obrigado, mi amigo. Good to see you. Val says, Ricky, you had to love Galaga. I love Galaga. I still play Galaga. I always, that second round or when that dude comes out and you can have the double shooters, man. Once you get that, it's all over with, man. You can't mess with it, man. Oh shoot, Gloria says remembers the Philips CDI. I do remember. I didn't have one, but I remember that. Yeah, for sure. That's amazing. There's so many crazy games. I had a TurboGrafx 16, and then I had a bunch of money and credit cards, and I bought I ordered a bunch of import stuff from Japan. I had like a CD-ROM player and these crazy CD-ROM games. It was nuts, man. Val says, let me think on a campaign to get Jackson's attention. Yeah, I'm working on an electronic. They want electronic press kit. I'm getting there. I'm trying to get it perfect and get all the editing done and everything. And I got to use AI, a voice, going, oh, Rick Renstrom, and blah, blah, blah. It's pretty cool. There's a site online you can get it like 10,000 words a month or something. So I'm trying to get it all done. Gloria said she had a CDI, but unfortunately failed and quit making games. Yeah, I know. Dude, you said, I know people are crazy talented, but don't pass the vibe check. True that. DJB got himself a new banner up, too. Nice, dude. We'll check that out. Donald James, there was a game called Venture on Click. I don't remember that one, I don't think. Ladybug, I remember that one. I didn't play it. Juji's craving that Mexican food again. Dang. Val says Galaga is his favorite arcade. Tron was good, too. Man, there was a game called Track and Field. I used to love playing that, too, in the arcade. There was one game I really loved. It was when the Laserdisc games started coming out. There was a game called Cliffhanger, and it's basically this Lupin the Third anime, and like all of it's like broken apart. So you press left and the car moves left and all that stuff. It was kind of like Dragon's Lair, but it was this Lupin the Third anime. It was so fun, man. I love that thing. Thanks, Aaron. Good to see you there, man. Josephina Moran, good to see you. How you doing? Val says, would it help to get people behind you? I mean, famous people, yeah. People that are already with Jackson, I think. But we'll see. I collectively have 100,000 subscribers and followers across YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. So I think that's pretty good. I've seen some Jackson artists that ain't got near that. So I think and I've been playing Jacksons every day. I got probably 20 million views across all these platforms playing Jacksons. So I think that says something, I think. I just got to convince them, hey, they want people that are touring. That's one of their big things, so it kind of makes it difficult because I'm not touring right now. But thousands of people see me playing these Jacksons every night or so often, and every day. So hopefully that's good enough for them. Dylan says, in case anyone wondering about my guitar, it's turned into 3-string during a bunch of drama. I don't know. He said, I still play as a 3-string out of spite. I'm sure it's needed neck and body. Oh, I feel that. Gloria says, if we only knew those game systems would be worth so much money. I know, right? I'm pretty sure I sold my Atari and all the games like a yard sale for like probably $20 back in the day. Dude, you said, what are you guys eating tonight? I had chicken cordon bleu. It was delicious. Val Kimber remembers Cliffhanger. I loved it. Aaron's got him some spicy Korean soup. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's kick it into overdrive with Calling on Vengeance. This one's for DJ B. Let's rock and roll. What's up right there? You have Matt Sinner on the vocals, Rob Rock backing vocals, Richard Christie on the drums. Man, what a lineup. I can't remember who played bass. I had like 3 different bass players on that album, so I don't remember. I think it might have been Matt as well. Let's see what's next. Storm Rider's next in the house. Let's get ready for the storm. If I can find it. Man, I got these songs go crazy around here. Storm Rider. Got it. All right, Storm Rider's up next. We better pop that up on the screen too. Just in case. I have, Stardust has this shirt. This is a nice shirt right here. I do like it. This was Stardust's favorite shirt, so we made sure she got this one. All right, let's crank that up there. Let's go Storm Rider shirt in. There we go. All right, lots of great comments. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. What we got? Let's talk about some food. Everyone, Juji started a whole conversation. Let's see what we got. I was going to do a protein shake later. There you go, man. Rico Nunes, good to see you, man. Midnight Rider has some lasagna. That's what I'm talking about, man. I'm having lasagna. I usually have lasagna on Thursday. Thursday's my lasagna day. Now she says, great, he's hungry now. I feel it. That's what happens when we start talking about food, man. DJ B, there you go, brother. Midnight Rider said, you got some lasagna left. Now, that's what's up, man. Always good to have some leftovers, man. Thank you, Donald James. Eric in the house, he says, bro, it's Mozart too. There you go, brother. I love me some Mozart, man. There you go, Juji. What, Midnight Lasagna? That sounds like a band from the 1976. Won't you please welcome Midnight Lasagna to the stage? Let's go. I like it. Dylan says he eats his Tostino pizzas like a savage. Just nuke it for 6 minutes and he eats it off the edge of the plate. I feel that, man. That's how you do it back in the day, but yeah, if you can get yourself one of these like convection ovens, man, oh, that makes the pizzas perfect, man. You can make these pizzas perfect like that. Thank you, Eric. Appreciate that, my man. Thank you, Gloria. Let's see, Don says, everything is so timeless, Rick Tune. Sweeps, arpeggios, vibrato, all the right times. Thank you, buddy. A lot of the, the album tracks that I've done, yeah, I sat there and just pined over it, and had the perfect solos. A lot of stuff I do nowadays, it's just by natural feeling, and I'd like to sit down and write solos for every song, but I think once I pick, if I get enough money to do an album, I'll pick all the songs and I'll sit down and just hash it out and get the right solos. But I appreciate that, man. Stardust says Midnight Lasagna, great band name and gamer tag. Probably. It sounds like one of those fake, one of those the ones that Microsoft to give you. If you can't figure out a name, they'll just give you one. What's mine? I had a real funny name. Midnight Rider knows. That's what's up, brother. Dude, you talking about hot dog? Thank you, Nashiket. Donald James rocking that Eastern Indian tikka masala. Nice, dude. Dylan says, everyone I cook for begs for my tortellini soup. There you go, dude. Jeremy says, sometimes leftovers taste better depending on what it is. It's true. It's true, man. Yeah, we'll get Olive Garden, and then I'll eat half of it, and then we'll save the rest for later, because it's a lot of food. But then, man, when you heat it back up later on, it tastes so much better, man. It's all the spices just up in there, man. DJ B said, you got protein smoothie, a cup of oatmeal, mixed berries, heaping scoop of chocolate powder, peanuts, peanut butter, banana. Sound like a frozen Elvis, man. That sounds pretty good. Fonder pants, yeah. I was trying to make a fake account to do something. We're playing, I don't know, maybe playing Borderlands, and I was trying to create a mule account to move some stuff around. Microsoft will give you a name, and they literally call me Fonder Pants. Fonder Pants, that's the name they gave me. Really? Val says Meatloaf's better the next day. Possibly, man. Yeah, probably, because, like I said, it's all the spices and all the stuff just starting to just get up in there, man. That's how it rolls. All right. What we got next? All right, next tune up Storm Rider. We got the shirt on the screen. If you're interested in the merchandise, make sure you click on the shirt link on the screen and check out the entire store. If there's something else you'd like, check it out. But we're going to rock the storm right now. Everyone got a storm in their life, and we ride that storm every day, every day. So let's crank out Storm Rider and go for it. Let's do it. Storm Rider, man, I miss playing that song. My gosh. That was a fun one to play. So cool. I love that solo. All right, let's see. All right, I think we got covered. I didn't play. We played Speeder last night. If you want to hear Speeder, let me know. We'll play it. But I think I'm gonna cue up this brand new song and really make you scratch your head on this one, because you'll be like, what is Rick doing? Where's this guy come up with this stuff? I don't know. Anyway, we'll get that queued up. Come to it. You guys were cracking me up with this Finder Pants business. Shouldn't have said nothing, man. It's so funny though. Oh my gosh. All right. That cracks me up. JJ Nerdkirk, much love to you, bro. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Gamaliel Rodriguez, hello to you. My Midnight Rest, that song, everyone got the munchies. I feel it. Juji, there you go. Dylan says he's gonna make a plan, make a roast tomorrow if the roommates are on board. There you go, man. Ain't nothing wrong with a good roast. Roast beast, man. That's how you roll. Nashiket, thank you, DJB. Juji says you're gonna have some maple sausage pads in the morning and some homemade dynamites. You guys wonder what dynamites are too? What's a dynamite? It sounds pretty wild. Dylan made some bulgogi and a bunch of sides. Didn't get to have any left. Isn't that like that's some South Korean food, isn't it? Judy said it's like a sloppy Joe, but it has more flavor. So you have meat and more meat. You have the sausage patties and then like a meat sandwich. I mean, that's interesting. I could really go for some pancakes. But I have to always have a ton of maple syrup and a ton of butter. I love the extra butter. But man, IHOP, they just don't pull it. They don't hook it up, man. Gloria says, hit that like and subscribe button, people. Gotta do it. DJB says, nobody calls Rick Big Daddy Founder Pants. It hurts to laugh. I feel it. Y'all had me going, man. I was like, I had to look away. Kiki, there you go. That's Kiki's jam for sure. Dylan said, Fonzie fond de pense. Indeed. Juji said, that got me shredding Founder Pants. My goodness. Oh, it's too funny. DJC there, Rick. That what got me. Rick Founder Pants shreds to him. I was like, oh God. I was like, no. shredding his Founder Pants off. I know. Where did it come? And Stardust had something funny too. Hers was like golden raccoon or golden dolphin or something. I don't remember. Thank you, Nashikut. Master T said he just made some s'mores over the fire. I love me some s'mores. Donald James says the younger guitar players like Brody and Abby could play through their desktop or laptop like Rick does. It'd sound better. Yeah, I talked to Brody's mom about getting him to it, but man, these kids, man, and I don't blame them one bit. Don't take this the wrong way, but yeah, they love the amps. And I'm not gonna lie, when I was 16 years old, I loved my amps, man. I had plenty of them, man. I think, man, yeah. So I had. I wish I had a picture of this. I might have part of a picture somewhere, but I had four Mesa Boogie 412s with like these vintage 30s in there or something. I can't remember what they were. Vintage 30 greenbacks. They were sick, man. Before I had 4 cans, so 2 stacks. I had a 12 space flight rack case with the was a Mesa Boogie stereo Simulclass 295. Took up 4 spaces. I had a quad preamp. That took up 2 or 3 spaces. Then I had a bunch of stuff. I think I had like a BBE, a Sonic Maximizer, a DBX compressor limiter gate. I had this like a DSP 256 Digitech effects rack. I also had a IPS 33B Digitech harmonizer. And then I had the Furman power conditioner at the top. And I was all pedal controlled. I had this crazy pedal. And I loved cranking it up, man. I wanted to crank up these amps. So I totally feel it with Brody. You know, he wants to crank up that Marshall. He wants to feel the power of it. Even though it's a DSL-20, it's still pretty loud, man. I ain't gonna lie. So I think he's into it. So what I'm trying to figure out is get Brody like a mixing board, like a digital mixing board that he can plug all the stuff into that and do a microphone from the amp and then plug it into his phone to get the sound. But I don't think they want to do the whole OBS thing, but I'm going to try and figure it out for him. For sure. We're gonna try and get it, but yeah, I think that's how you got to do it, man. I mean, I don't. It's like when you have talent, man, you need to show that you got some really, really nice uh, sound. You want to look the best you can. You want to sound the best you can here on YouTube. And I don't think an iPhone camera don't pick up that sound the way it needs to be picked up. So we'll try and figure something out for Brody. I don't talk to Abby too much, so just when I visit her lives or whatever. But you know what? I got to say, these kids do whatever they want, man. I don't want to stop them from doing anything, but I'll try and figure something that they can do what they're doing and then enhance it a little bit, because going to computer is there's a lot of work and stuff to it. So Dylan says he's got a box turtle that Rick somehow managed to soothe to sleep with one of his songs. Let's go. Rick Renstrom soothes the savage beasts. That's how we do it. I like it. That's awesome. Picket Fence is in the house, buddy. He says, always amazing. Here again for my good night bedtime badass guitar. Appreciate that, man. That's awesome. Thank you, Picket. Thank you, Nachi Cap. Layla's back with another joke. Absolutely. Lay it on us. All right. Donald James, he said Speeder be cool. All right, we got you, brother. We got you. Patrick Mollahan, good to see you, brother. There's Fred Hinkle. How you doing tonight? All the way from the cornfields of Southern Indiana. Gotta love it. Good to see you, my man. All right, Judy says ground beef, peppers, green, red, or both, onions, tomato sauce, garlic, seasoning, or torpedo roll. Okay. So yeah, like you said, like that. It's interesting. Why would you could use the maple sausage and throw that in there too? I don't know. Well, it sounds interesting. But she said dynamite originates in the air. Like, I got you. It's better. It sounds better than Sloppy Joe. Ain't gonna lie. That's for sure. Donald James said he likes how people have a sense of humor. Absolutely. Metal Mark in the house. What's up, buddy? He says, have you worn any Black Sabbath or Aussie shirts? Like, I don't have any, dude. I don't think I have one Aussie shirt or Black Sabbath shirt, which reminds me, I should look. I need to look into a probably like a Heaven and Hell shirt or something. I'll have to look around, Mark. But yeah, I don't think I ever had I had an Ultimate Sin Aussie T-shirt when I was a kid, because I went and saw that concert at the Richfield Coliseum in Ohio. I had that for a while. That was a pretty dope one. But it was white. It was a white shirt with pretty much the Ultimate Sin album cover on it or whatever. All right, Layla says, what's red and bad for your teeth? I don't know. What's red and bad for your teeth? That's a good one. I need to know that punchline. So I'm terrible at jokes. I'm more of an improvisational humorist. Like I can make light of things as it's happening, but I was never a good joke teller. Anyway, Downs says, oh my God, that blew the roof off most venues. Dude, it was crazy, man. But it was, this is like the late 80s, man, and you had to look cool, man. You had to have the biggest rigs, the biggest everything, man. And the more stuff you had, the more people would be like, whoa, check that out. And they come see your show. And our bass player would have this monster Ampeg rig, and our drummer would have some crazy, Phallicon-looking drum set, whatever. So it was like we always had to have big stuff, and then someone else would get big stuff. But people were into that, man. They wanted to see that, and they would just say, glad, like, oh my God, look at that, man. 4 Mesa boogie cabinets. It's wild, man. It was loud as hell, man. And when I would practice, I'd had each stack to the left and right of me, and I had it blasted. I'm surprised I still have hearing, which is wild. Let's see, DJB says, here in Colorado, we have silent stage now, no cabs on stage periods, and the drummer has to use an EK. Yikes. That's not fun. How you gonna, I guess, how you gonna roll that, man? That's interesting. I feel it, though. They do that in Switzerland, but they just have a dB meter, so if it goes over a certain dB, they're like, they'll shut the whole thing down. Don Shane said he had a Fender stack and blasted one day, and my neighbor's from Blockler. I bet, dude. And when I was a kid, I had this, I don't even know what it was. It was like a bass amp cabinet. It had like 6 speakers in it. And I remember an amp I had. It was like it was a terrible amp. It was horrible. I bought it from some friend of mine. And I plugged up, all my pedals to it. And I'd open up all the front windows. And I'd be like, man, blasting it out. I was like, that's probably the worst thing ever. I thought it was cool, though. Juji said, I share my music with my neighbors. There you go. Oh, man. DJ B said he needs to buy a camera and a mic that picks up the sound right like the one I bought. Yeah, for sure. My idea, is and I did help a friend of mine on TikTok do this, but he bought 2 mics, an SM57 and a MD421 Sennheiser, and he set it up like a studio. So he had the 2 mics going, plugged that into a mixer, and panned them left and right, or panned them left and right or whatever, and it just got the thickest tone, and it pumps it right through his iPhone. Because he plays with his band. This friend of mine on TikTok, he's got a band, and they pump everything, all the mics and everything into this mixer, and then it outputs from USB-C from the mixer right into the phone. And it sounds dope. It sounds super dope. Oh, let's see. Donjay says, "Nah, Rick, you're funny because you're a good capper." Craig, I know, right? That's when it happens. That's when it happens. Let's see. Juju said, "I feel those silent discos are an abomination." I know, right? Pero existencia. He says, "Be careful of tsunami, Ricky." Nah, no worries here, brother. It's Hawaii. If anyone knows someone in Hawaii, maybe pray for those people in Hawaii right now. There was an 8.7 earthquake that hit off the coast of Russia, and there's a tsunami warning for Hawaii, a tsunami watch for the West Coast, like California and stuff. So if you got people in that area, by all means, pray for those people. DJB said, "Yeah, they're going to be doing the dB meter here now. I think it's 95 decibels. It goes above, they shut it." Yeah, that's exactly what Switzerland does. I thought that was interesting, but the sound men are pretty awesome. But it's the crowd. You can't, the crowd goes, "Rah," and you're like, "Yo, watch the DBs, man." All right, let's see. Don said, "There's an idea, a song with the word tsunami in it. Blood tsunami." There you go, blood tsunami. Chris Liggett in the house. What's up, brother? Great to see you. Nashi Cat feels that blood tsunami is the metalist of men. I know, right? Yeah, I'll let y'all go for it, man. Use it up, man. That's pretty deep, though. All right, let's see. All right, we're gonna do Speeder because Don wanted to hear that, so we got you covered, brother. And then after that, the new song of the day. Not even the new song. That's two brand new songs I wrote in a row. Can you believe this? All right, where the heck is Speeder, man? All right, Speeder is right here. All right, let's crank down Speeder. Hit that new weird song I got, and let's do this. hope you're safe after that one. That got crazy. Speeder, man. Oof. That's a great one. That's a fun one to play. Just imagine that was a song off the cutting room floor in my archives of my hard drives. Insane. All right, what do we got? 11:30. All right, we'll play this new song. We'll hit some cover solos. I did see an Aussie request, and there was a deal request from yesterday. It was a promise for tonight. So we'll cue this new song, and then we'll get to that, and then read these comments right quick. Hey, let's see. Don J said he thinks there's already a band called Blood Tsunami. Possible. Dylan says, you mentioned you were in Oklahoma for it. Have you ever been to Rocklahoma? Yeah. We played at Rocklahoma. Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you what, man. It was the band I was in. There was always like this, like big things. Always we're going to do big things and stuff, And I get a call one day like, hey, man, we're going to play Rocklahoma. Like, I don't know, doubt. Wow, that sounds sick, man. Only problem is we gotta pay it ourselves to get there. Like, okay, how are we gonna get there? We're just gonna rent an RV and drive there. It's like Florida to Oklahoma RV, with y'all. Like, nah, that's cool, man. I will fly. I will fly there and I will get a hotel room, and I'll go that route. So unfortunately, I think now the flight there was perfect. Everything was fine. Even in the Oklahoma airport was beautiful. Very nice, worked out very nice. We got to play. We played like the smallest stage there, sadly, and there's probably about 150, maybe I don't know, about 100 people or so. So it's nice, but you had the other stage going with like 3,000 people, and you had the other stage on there going a couple thousand people. So it was like man, what really? And it was kind of a bummer. I think it was it Vince Neil was like the headliner. Stardust might remember, but I don't remember. I don't remember the bands, but it was 2018. But yeah, it was a nice place, interesting. One of the biggest takeaways from Oklahoma is that Oklahoma is probably the capital of a big white truck. I saw more white trucks in my life going through Oklahoma. But yeah, it was a weird experience for me. It cost a lot of money, and it wasn't much return. But the people that were there were very nice. It was a very nice to see a lot of people there, and we had enjoyed the company of a lot of people. But yeah, the show itself was like, it was hot as Hades. Let's say that. It was so hot there too. I mean, there is not one tree in that area, but it was wild. It was wild. I would have loved to play like a bigger stage, but it was what it was, But if I had a chance to go back and could play a bigger stage, I would totally do it for sure, because it was a lot of cool people there. Gloria says, "Oh crap, I should watch the news more." Yeah, we just caught it right before the stream here. It was like on YouTube. It was like popped up, said tsunami warning. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh snap! All right, Donald was ready for that. Nachi Cat, no peace. He had his seatbelts on. 2G's Finley, Gloria, there you go. DJB, appreciate that. Aaron Marion with them jewels, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Local Goober, absolutely. Rest in peace, Aussie. We'll do a Mr. Crowley after this song for sure, buddy. Evan Kelly in the house. What's up, bro? Good to see you there. Dylan said he only been to the 2014 festival. I guess they missed out when he had to sell his 2018 tickets. Yeah, bummer, man. Yeah, I'd be proud of. You probably wouldn't have seen me there. Maybe like by chance, because yeah, we just played on that very small like stage C or something. I don't even know what it was called. It was like, I was like, this is what I paid all. This was the big things y'all were talking about. I'm like, man, bro, it costs a lot of money. I'll tell you, that airport though was nice, man. I brought the wrong kind of headphones on the trip here, and we're at the airport in Tulsa, and Best Buy, like literally Best Buy had a vending machine with all kinds of stuff, man. I bought like a real nice pair of headphones for the trip back. That was pretty cool. Unfortunately, even worse, when we got back to Tampa Airport, it was one of the biggest nightmares I've ever had in my life. One of the biggest nightmares ever, man. It was like, actually, there was a nightmare on our way there. I'll tell a story again. I'll tell a story in a little bit. It was other than a few things, it was a big nightmare. I feel it, man. It happens. It happens. Let's see. Chad, Val knows if this Chad goes below 55, there you go. DJB said this is Storm Rider could be mission songs in the niche. That'd be dope, man. I'm looking into sync licensing, looking into that to get some of these songs out there. Juji got the whiplash. You're gonna have to call a 411 pain for that one. I feel. Not she kid. There you go. Aaron says, "Holy diver into a solo." I got it, brother. I got it, man. You just wait and see, Aaron. We're gonna rock that for you, brother. Hang tight, hang tight. Donald James said he can't drive 55. There you go, Chris. Rehad in the house. He says Rick rocks for a reason. You know how we do, brother. Master T said, I think the cops just clocked Rick at 110 with that song. I know. Shred police gonna get me. Aaron says, "Oh, do you remember?" Absolutely, buddy. I don't. In the immortal words of Ingve, you don't remember, I'll never forget. Yeah, no, but yeah, for sure, man. I said I would, and here we is. So we got you, brother. Evan says, any pineapple and coconut juice fans? Interesting. I would try. I like pineapple. I like pineapple juice a lot. I don't like pineapple, but the juice I like. I like the flavor of pineapple. John James said, I can't drive 85 listening to Speeder. I know, right? Osman, Ahmad, what's up, buddy? Let's see. Mason says, do you know Hurricane by Band of Heathens? I sure don't, buddy. I never heard that in my life, man. I've heard the band Hurricane, and I've heard of the band Heathen, but never all that. Okay, Stardust remembers. Vince Neil. Yeah, that was, like, I can't remember. He's like, oh, what song was he? It was hilarious, man. Vince Neil was not on it. His band killed it, but he was not happening. Gloria says, I'm thinking about getting an RV and go traveling so many places. Yeah, I mean, if it's just you and someone else, maybe you and your boyfriend or something, and that's something you like to do, it'd probably be really fun, honestly. I hate driving big cars and trucks, so it wouldn't work for me. I have to hire a driver. I get scared. Not that I get scared, I just don't like, it's so big, I'm so used to sedans and stuff like that and sports cars. But I think it would be fun. It would be fun to do. If you had a real nice, super sweet RV, it'd be fun. You can go just everywhere. Nashi Kid says, music aside, having goodbyes with your bandmates is important. Indeed, indeed. Evan says, being a virgin, being alcohol-free. Yes, for sure. Let's see. Dylan says, Rocklahoma takes place on a farmer's field. So, yeah, it was like just a big plain, like, of dirt. Like, and then the sun just, like, beams down. Like, dude, literally, I think for 2 hours, maybe almost 2 hours, me and Stardust literally sat in the rental car with the freaking AC on because it was so freaking hot out there, man. I thought I was going to have, like, heat stroke or something. DJB says, getting 4 or 5 guys in the same room at the same time, having them all be on the same page. Really, this is the truth. This is very true. That's why people, when people ask me, you in a band, bro? I'm like, no, thank you. No, thank you. I'm good. Osman, I'm doing great, buddy. How you doing? Val says he loves the Sony cans. You got the WH-1000s? That's what Stardust says. I have Bose QC3s. Those Bose QC3s are my favorites. I love those things. Tazi says, yeah, you lived the dream, man. It's a stage C. Well, you're the main act here. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate it. Yeah, it was like the smallest stage you could get at Rocklahoma. And this is me. This is from me going from like playing, 5,000, 10,000, 30,000 people in Europe, and I'm over here playing to 150 people at Rocklahoma. It was a little disappointing. And it's probably one of the big reasons I stopped playing guitar. Like I literally was like, I'm done with this, man. This is costing me money. This is costing me a lot of money to like do all this music stuff, and we ain't making no money. Sounds like a bummer, but it is what it is. Lord Kirby, what's up, buddy? Thanks for that super chat. He says, do I do songs from old school movies? Guess it depends what's old school you're talking about, buddy. I don't know too much, like the Top Gun theme or that. And I always want to learn some Star Wars themes would be nice. And the Superman theme would be cool too. I don't think other than the Top Gun thing, I don't think I have anything under my belt. Donald James, man, remember Heathen was a good band, man. That was pretty cool. What was that song called? Set Me Free, I think it was called. Dylan says he usually goes to get exotic pets. I have to check out the store or something. Nice, dude. Aaron says, let's see. All right, let me see. I think we got it covered here. All right, Val said that's the ones. Dude, you said that had to hurt. It was painful. It was painful to see. And we literally did so many of these shows. Like we're playing for like 20, 30 people. I'm like, there were some shows that we did. The War of Thrones, man. There were some shows that we did that were like pretty good. Like we opened up for Camelot, packed house, like close to 1,000 people. Opened up for like Drowning Pool. I had a ton of people. We opened up for a lot of big bands in St. Pete. All right, let's give this tune a shot. I mean, if you're new here, this is totally different. This is not something you expect Rick Renstrom to be playing. But it's an interesting tune. I think you're gonna like it. It has the working title of CCPD, but you'll never know what that means. That's for me and Stardust to know. But check it out. I mean, if you remember yesterday's incredible, crazy Gregorian monk chanting neoclassical wizard craziness, this is the completely opposite. All right, well, check it out. It's very bluesy. It's the newest of the blues songs. Let's give it a shot. crazy new weird bluesy thing, you know. That's a pretty wild one though. Always something. But if you want to talk extremes, going from yesterday's new song to today's new song, that is called one of the wildest extremes you can go from. That's a fun one. I like it. I really like it. It's very cool. Different, jazzy, yet bluesy, and all the good stuff. So, anyway, Juju wants to hear that Dream Warriors. We can pull it off. We got a little bit of time left here. All right, Lord Kirby says, Flight of Dragons. What year was that made in, my friend? I am many decades old, and I don't believe I've heard that song. I don't think I've heard of that one or that movie, Flight of Dragons. Heard of the dragon. Wait, I don't even know. What were the dragon movies back in the 80s? Beastmaster? I don't remember. Dylan says, I'm not sure. The store popped in with Mark Arthur. Okay. Aaron said, I thought you meant Rick Renstrom store. I didn't need it. Oh, yeah. There is a Rick Renstrom store if you're interested. For sure. I do not sell exotic pets there, though. I can assure you of that. Just T-shirts and stickers and mugs and hoodies and zip-ups and all that kind of cool stuff. Jake Vibin says hopefully he's not too late. Hope everything's having a good night. Yeah, buddy, we're always hanging, man. Good to see you. All right, no problem. DJB says the only other reason touring actually sucks, you got to go out and play 90 or 120 dates, come back home and no one knows nothing about you. This is true. Yeah, I used to go on tour with Rob Rock and be the biggest, people just going crazy every show. Craziness. And you get back home and you driving yourself to the grocery store and no one knows who you are. You're like, this is weird. This feels weird. I don't like it. It's a messed up thing, man. Aaron says the Watchman FF song from yesterday was really cool. We might be able to sneak that one in too. I like to play it more and more. And Juji says, and now time for something completely different. Exactly. Cue the Monty Python. Absolutely. Donald J said, blues is cool. It's all vibe-based. If you can feel it, never fails. True that. Christian Show's like, how do you do that, bro? Man, buddy. Years of practice and plenty of teaching. 2 years of lessons, 2 years of college. That'll help you. Aaron Mann says, whoa, bluesy. Absolutely, man. Oh, let's see. Chris said, damn, bro, that's crazy. Nothing can hold you back from just going and pushing and playing. You know that's why we roll, brother. Master T said, this is why Rick is the man. There ain't nothing he can't play. He makes that Jackson sing. Good stuff. I like that, Master T. Good one, buddy. Juju's feeling that. Zach G. Bass in the house. He's feeling that one, too. Very nice. Thank you, Aaron. Nashi kept feeling that. Donald J says, I'm putting down the guitar pick and listening now. That's a fun. I'm going to listen back to that one myself, man. I had like the part, I had this part in mind. I wrote this the other day. And I did this all on my phone originally, but... That's basically the riff I came up with, and I recorded that to my phone. And then I have a recording app, like a music recording app, and I did the bass and the drums on that, and then just like basically just rebuilt it in my computer. But that's a cool little jam there. Jake Five says, man, Rick never fails to make some sweet tunes. I appreciate it, buddy. Dude, you said I'm really enjoying the feel of this one. Thank you. You never know how things are gonna go. You write stuff and say, hey, try different things. Like the classical, like the acoustic guitar thing. I have a video that I did on Sunday. That thing is like just blowing up. It's like 15,000 plus views right now. It's like, wow, you never expected all this shredding that I do, and I just play a real nice little acoustic thing, and people are going wild for it. Very cool. So I did one for Instagram and TikTok today. I put a classical guitar video out, so we'll see how that goes. Gloria's feeling that one. Thank you, Gloria. Jake says, since I've been learning guitar, I find myself with more instrumentals than isolated guitar tracks. Gives me an idea of what my own music to sound like. Very cool, man. Very good. DJ B said he told his parents he was going on tour and be back in 9 months. Came home with the voicemail full. Every one of my mom wanted to know if everything's okay. Why haven't I called? I feel that, man. I know. I had to call my mom when I was in Europe. Like, I made it safe, ma. Made it safe. They're like, all right, that's a $30 phone call. I hope you enjoyed that. Goodbye. It costs so much money to call from Europe. Thank you, Gloria. Thank you, Zach. That's pretty different for sure, but pretty enjoyable. Thanks, buddy. Donald said, that got a bunch of hooks in it. Thanks, bud. Yeah, that's a cool one. Jake said, Rick dropping some crazy bluesy rock and roll jazz is not unexpected, but still just as amazing. I feel that. Thank you, DJB. Chris in the house. What's up, brother? How you doing, buddy? I'm doing well. Hope you and Ed are doing great, man. It's great to see you. Hope you caught that one. Joe Edward in the house. What's up, Joe Edward? Great to see you, too. Let's see. Evan said he can't fiddle with my... Whoa. Who's fiddling with the diddle? Don said that hook makes the whole song. Yeah, it is the hook, and the expansion is hella cool. Thank you, brother. Joe Edward, I'm doing great. Lord Star says 1983. Any chance you play it? They have the music sheets on. I'll have to look that up, buddy. I will look that up for you. Who does 1983? I remember 1984. I didn't know that. Joni Pony says, do you have any 7 strings? I sure don't. I used to have one. It was a Jackson DR7, and I was in a band called Tiwanaku, and they let me borrow it, basically. They let me borrow the guitar, because all their stuff was 7-string stuff. And I left the band. They took the guitar back. I'd like to have one though. I'd like to have another one. Osman says good. Thank you, Rick, for a nice song. You're welcome, buddy. You're welcome. Chris said you taking a break after 7 hard weeks, and that and him are being lazy as we can. That's how you do it, right there. I like to hear it. Osman, thank you, buddy. Thank you, Val. Judy said, I feel like the new math rock is just spicy jazz. Pretty much. Abe says, who can play that axe? My man. There you go, brother. Good to see you, Abe. Chris says, I want a mug. Give the link, bro. Which one do you want, Chris? What do we got? We got Fire Within. We got Storm Rider. I think we have all the mugs. Let me know which one you like. We'll get you a link to it. Joe, it's always good to see you playing. Thank you, Joe. It's good to see you hanging with us. Joni Pony said, oh, these are nice. He's got a baritone Ibanez electric guitar getting near tomorrow. Very cool, dude. Those are super nice guitars. Yeah, a lot of those, the new Ibanez's, they're pretty sweet. He's pretty sweet. Thank you, Aaron. Jake says, not gonna lie, making pizza, getting ready to watch Tron Legacy while chilling on the stream is a real vibe. There you go, buddy. ATN said, how good is the Jackson Phil Collins PC1? I mean, it's a Jackson, and it's a Phil Collins guitar. It's probably pretty high quality, I would say. I personally would not get one, but it looks very nice. Yeah, and anything Jackson, it's like custom or signature guitar Jackson, they're pretty nice. Even the Adrian Murray Jacksons are pretty nice as well. Jake, we certainly do, buddy. Got a few of them. Let's kick this up. We got a little bit of time left, man. Let's do some Mr. Crowley in honor of Aussie. Let's see. Hopefully I remember it. I put out a tribute of this last week. See if I can do better. It was kind of the tribute I did was kind of like if Yngwie played the solo and along with some of Randy's key spots. Well, this one's for Ozzy. Anyone out there still feeling it for Ozzy, man? Rest in peace, good man. We're gonna play some Mr. Crowley for you. back together again, man, for sure. God rest both their souls, man. Oh man, what a week! I gotta say yesterday, I'm kind of glad I wasn't able to stream last week because it would have been a rough week. It would have been a rough time all week. I don't think I could have handled some of the stuff, you know. So, but man, it was good to just be by myself and grieve Aussie, you know, in my own way, you know. And now I feel a lot better now. So we'll definitely be doing more and more. I got some other Aussie things I'm trying to work on. Bark at the Moon solo. I got cooking up. I got to work on that. What else I got? A couple of. I was thinking about doing Diver Madman solo. I used to play that back in the day. A couple other Randy solos. So yeah, good stuff, man, for sure, for sure. So we're gonna try and get some other stuff cooking here real soon. I promise you that. All right, let's see. All right, there you go, ATN. Hope you enjoyed that, buddy. Donald James says he got some mugs for sure. Juji got that Storm Rider mug. Yeah, don't forget. Joni puts, I'm going to sleep. Y'all, Rick, have a great rest of your day. Thank you, Joni Pony. Take care of yourself, and good to see you here. James Lacey, how you doing, brother? I'm doing great. Thank you so much, my friend. Joe Edward knows. Rest in peace, Ozzy. Absolutely, absolutely. Dude, you say you murdered that guitar so many times. I try. Harry knows, Mr. Crowley. That's a beauty, man. One of my favorites. Chris said, I did, brother. Love you, man. Keep on trying. Awesome, brother. Awesome, man. Much love to you and yours, man. We love it. There you go, Aaron. Eugene knows what's up. Thank you, Joe. 18 says, mad respect for your playing and making the best of your situation. God bless you with the talent, man. Thank you so much, buddy. And he said, just wow. Appreciate that. Jake knows what's up. Actually shredding an honor memory of the Godfather. Absolutely, man. I wanted to do a longer video for that tribute, man, but man, it was like teetering on 60 seconds, and the shorts can only go up to 60 seconds. So it was going to be a weird mess. So I was like, you know what? I'll break it apart a little bit. Do what I can. Thank you, Jake. DJ B said he wrote a workout today for himself to increase progressive overload for maximum hypertrophy. Man, what does that even mean? That sounds technically crazy, bro. Well, I hope that works for you, man. Dude, says, can we hear some King Diamond? I think we can. It's cover time right now. We'll do a couple covers. Metal Mark says, hope you don't work outside. Hey, dude, I don't want to work. No, I don't do no manual labor. I'm an office junkie, bro. I am in an office all the time, man. I am in air conditioning no matter where I go. I'm in the air conditioning in my apartment, air conditioning in my car, air conditioning at my job. And the only time I'm out in that heat is when me and my buddy go down for a smoke break. That's about it, man. Samu said, how long did it take you to learn to get used to playing guitar? And some Crowley. Thanks, buddy. It was about a year. You know, I took lessons for a year, and by the end of the year, I had pretty sick raw talent, and it took another year with a different teacher to refine it, and then there you have it, man. I was off to the races from there, man. Donald J says Ozzy was a good guy, also good, right? I remember he's done plenty of charity. Yeah, of course, man. I mean, you know, don't believe the hype. You know, he's done some bad things. There's no doubt, man. There's no doubt. And it's all mostly because of his drugs and alcohol and stuff like that. But deep down, the guy was a real nice person. You know, he was a really nice person deep down. And you know, the media explodes certain things that he's done, and some of them were bad. You know, domestic abuse is something you don't want to mess with, and it was something Ozzy was a part of. So, you know, let that be a lesson to you. Ozzy, if anything, Ozzy can teach you a lot of lessons. Don't do drugs. Don't do alcohol. Don't do domestic abuse or domestic violence, things like that. You know, he teaches a lot of lessons, man. So if you're wise to do what he did and stop all that, you know. If that's something you're doing, man. Mel Mark says, you see that Ozzy did a duo with Miss Piggy? I don't doubt it, man. I don't doubt it. I did see a Kermit. Kermit did a Ozzy tribute of some sort. Nasha Cat, buddy, have a great night, my friend. Judy say, have you seen the parody band of Black Sabbath and I'm a Frying Pan? I have not seen that, no. Okay, DJB says hypertrophy means muscle growth. Okay, like crank out the protein shakes and the chicken, grilled chicken, cranking, pumping up the iron, man. I feel that. I feel that. Clayton knows AC is for the win. Yeah, absolutely, buddy. Jake says office worker by day, shred master by night. True that, pretty much. Samu says, I'm glad you were able to adapt to all that. Absolutely, buddy. I appreciate you there. 5-star Sharon House, what's up, dog? Clayton says, everybody does bad things. It's whether it's redeemable in the end that matters. It's true, very true. Jake says, Aussie was a wonderful man, especially later in life. He had a lot of love and showed that in his music performance, even seeking God. People say he's satanic or a bad person or dead wrong. It's true, man. It's true. Dylan knows, yeah, that Max Sabbath. Is that who it was? Max Sabbath. That's funny, man. Classic, dude. Classic. All right, well, we got that deal cranked up. Let's crank out this deal, and then we'll do a King Diamond and see where we go from there. I have to get up earlier tomorrow, so we'll probably cut her off here real soon. But check this out, y'all. That's a cranker, man. I love that, man. Dio, Aussie, man, some of the best entertainers ever in the world, man, for sure, for sure. All right, let's cue up that King Diamond for Juji. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Ethan says, wax wings by Periphery. Shoot, I don't play no Degent, dog. You know, you gotta hear what I do, man. I play old school stuff. I do love Periphery, though. I have that latest album. It's freaking sick, man. Misha Mansour is a sick guitar player, man. But yeah, I do not play any of the new stuff. My covers are pretty much 1990 and before. That's all the covers I know. Well, I appreciate you, brother. Metal Mark knows that whole way. Diva. Kevin X, thanks, buddy. There you go, Aaron. Hope it's worth the wait. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to play it last night for you, but you know I love to do it. Juji, Gloria, thank you. Dylan says Holy Diver was great, but I love Rainbow in the Dark. Really? All right. We might be able to accommodate that for sure. Jake Spy, I'm feeling that. Appreciate you, buddy. Hezekiah says, hey, man, I just subscribed to you. I recently started playing electric, and just watching you is so inspiring. You're very talented. Man, God bless you for everything you do. Thank you so much, Hezekiah. God bless you and yours. And good luck on your journey, my friend. It is one. The guitar, playing guitar is nothing but that, a journey. Make sure, if I can give you any advice, make sure you just have fun. Have fun doing it. Learn as much as you can. Practice as hard as you can, and see where that takes you, buddy. See where that takes you, my man. But we appreciate that for sure. Thank you, Juji. DJB said Jakey Lee talking about Ozzy's apology to him and his regret not talking back. Nearly broke. I hear that, man. Yeah, and there's a. Are you talking about that text? Like Jakey Lee shared his text from Ozzy right before he died, man. It was like, dang, dude. That's a sad situation, man. Because Jake was great, dude. I love the Bark at the Moon album and the Ultimate Sin album. I thought Jake was perfect, man. Well, something happened, but I think it wasn't Ozzy that, it was Sharon that wanted to get rid of Jake, honestly. Because he wanted more money or something like that. And rightly so, man. I mean, dude, Jakey Lee was pumping Ozzy up with the hits, man. The big tunes, man. Like Shot in the Dark, that's probably one of the biggest songs Ozzy ever had back in the day. Hezekiah said, I'd love to hear some Sabbath from you. What's a good Sabbath? Here you go. That's a good one. It's one of my favorites. I love that riff. Oliver says, awesome. Keep the music and it's very inspiring, brother. Thank you, Oliver. Great to see you, brother. Donald James says, Bulb is the name of the guitar playing brother. So, isn't it Misha Mansour? Oh, wait. Yeah, Misha Mansour is the one of the guitar players, right? Who's Bulb? I think that's the other dude, eh? I don't know anyone else in that band. Aaron dropped a super chat. Thank you, brother. He said, thank you for the deal. Made my night. Thanks for remembering. Yes, Rainbow in the Dark is still great. He saw them at 2004 at the Greek Theater. Nice, dude. Nice, dude. Yeah, I saw Dio way back in the day. The Sacred Heart tour. And I saw the Lock Up the Wolves tour back in the day, man. Tazi says, what is your most popular song and is it your favorite play? Yeah, I mean, there's a couple. Speeder is probably the most popular ones for sure. But yeah, there's a lot of fan favorites and they're all my favorites. I love playing my original songs, of course. 18 says, any Smashing Pumpkins in the locker? They don't do I know they don't. But they were after 1990, my friend, at least for me. I stopped learning songs after 1990, most likely. Because I started doing original songs. But I appreciate you, man. I liked Smashing Pumpkins back in the day. I had a friend that knew Billy Corgan, like, personally and stuff. And he kept bugging me all the time. He played on me all these like crazy old bootleg demos and stuff that Billy made him. I was like, wow, dude. That's pretty cool. I was like, well, it wasn't metal to me. I was like, yes, that's cool. But I like that. What's that one? Whatever song that is, I like that one. Plus, Billy Corgan's like a huge fan of Uli John Roth, which I respect that because Uli's one of my favorites. Dylan said, just glad my father didn't have to live in a world without Ozzy. It's hard when most of the people I look in the music scene were passing away left and right. It's a lot I want to tell him. Absolutely, buddy. Pella Funner sneaking up in here. What's up, brother? He says 338 likes. Very nice, man. Very nice. Hezekiah says, hell yeah, man. I love the song. Did you see all the stuff between Ozzy and that kid Young? I did. That was touching, man. That was very touching. And so there's a bunch of people saying he's taking the crown. I don't know about all that, but the kid, he's got some talent for sure. I've known of him for a while, and I've seen him in a video before, and I thought, oh, that's pretty cool, man. But he's a good kid, man, and that was very touching to see that. Hezekiah said it was interesting to witness. It was. Donald James says, Symptom of the Universe is one. Yeah, that's a good one. Doggy Dog, what's up? He said, hot diggity, got a makeover. Man, I hope you're feeling okay, bro. And yeah, let me know. But yeah, it's been a minute. We didn't get to stream last week, but I remember you had some things going on. Hope things are better now. I hope they are. And yeah, Ozzy did hit hard. Ozzy hit hard for sure. It was a wild experience, man. It was. A lot of people just weren't ready for it, but you knew it was gonna happen. You knew it was happening. This one's for Juji, real quick. The Welcome Home solo, King Diamond, Andy LaRock. Some of my favorite. Let's do this. Grandma, I can't sing. I can't sing King Diamond. I wish I could. Hot Diggity say they're getting better. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. We like when people are getting better. Be good. Be good. DJB said Ozzy and Chuck Mangione hurt, and I'm going to talk about it. Very nice, dude. I will look forward to hearing, watching that, man. Very nice. ATN says, cheers, bro. Got to go. Always awesome hanging with you. Seeing you burn up tonight. Thank you, ATN. Great to see you, and have a great night. Juji, thank you. Gloria, there you go. Aaron says, dang, which King Diamond song is the melodic bang? Is this one? That was Welcome Home, buddy. Welcome Home. Donald's, you freaking nailed it. That was probably one of the closest I've done in a while. Yeah, some of those parts are, Andy just does some wild stuff, man. The note choices that Andy LaRocque does sometimes are like baffling. Like, what is he playing? I don't even know what he's doing. Val said he don't think he ever listened to King Diamond. It's an acquired taste, Val. It's an acquired taste for sure. I mean, I love operatic style, high screaming voices, so it's fine for me. It's not fine for a lot of other people, most likely, but King Diamond always had some of the greatest musicians, man. Of course, he had Andy LaRocque, who's one of my favorite guitar players. He also had Mickey D, the drummer, was just unbelievable. Jake says, Rick, I'm curious if you ended up watching. He said, we have not watched it yet. There's a lot of movies on our plate right now. There's this movie called Bring Her Back I want to see. 20 years later just came out today. And there's something else, man. It's like, okay, she said, I was literally about to type that. Okay. All I heard in the background was like, ah! I was like, what? I don't even know what I said at this point. What else we got? Oh, yeah, Rainbow and Dart. Let me try that Rainbow and Dart real quick because we'll do another DL. Let's see if I remember it. I don't know. That's a banger right there, man. All right. What we got left here? We got a couple more comments. We're trying to play one more jam here, and then we got to get out of here. Let's see. Hezekiah said, I got to go. Love to watch you play. Want to say thank you. You're welcome. He said, I was having a dark night just watching you shred and calling me out. Helped a lot. Keep doing the good work. God bless you. Thank you, Hezekiah. Take care of yourself tonight, and hopefully we'll see you soon again, bud. Star says, King Diamond not my thing, to be honest. Really? Is it? Oh, Stardust is. Stardust. I don't know why. I looked at it and I thought I said GG. Stardust is, I don't want to say, she probably don't like King Diamond too much because of the voice. And I feel that. I understand that. And it's not he's an acquired taste. But, you know, for me, it was fine. I love Andy so much, it wouldn't have mattered. But I've listened to King Diamond since I was 15, 16 years old for sure. Mel Mark says, I'm at the age of the artist bands that grew up are getting to the age of passing now. I'm expecting many more in 5 years. Yeah, for sure. A lot of them for sure. I mean, they're all getting up there. You know, Rob Halford is like all these bands and Scorpions or Judas Priest. They're all in like their in their mid to late 70s, man. Donald James said, I love King Diamond. Merciful Fate came out in 93 in the Shadows. Yeah, that's a good one too, man. Juji, have a great night. Donald J, The Old Oak. Yeah, that's a classic. I always like that song, Egypt was a cool song. I can't remember how it goes. Oh, Egypt. Oh, Osiris. That's a killer jam, man. There you go, dog. Jake, appreciate that. Val said, I don't know if there are any hermits, but there are a ton to check out. Oh yeah, the sites. Gotcha. DJB got to get out of here too. No problem, brother. Take care. We'll see you again, man. Thank you, Aaron. Real Cody says, Megadeth, Zeppelin. What do you think about Greater Valiant Fleet? I mean, they sound like an amalgamation of Led Zeppelin, honestly, like a new version of Led Zeppelin. The kid can sing. They got a great band. Not my cup of tea. I mean, I've heard some of their stuff. It's alright, but I don't like listen to them constantly. Not my thing, honestly. I never really got into Led Zeppelin. I had a little bit, you know. But yeah, that's about it. Dylan says, thank you for playing this. I needed the distraction because I've been getting into my feelings too much, thinking about past musicians and fans. I feel that, brother. Aaron says, how on earth do people send stuff on YouTube? Oh, I don't know. I think he's just sending it to me. He sent it to my email address, most likely. He said, Val said, magic. I like it. Kiki, have a great night. Great to see you, and we shall see you soon. Aaron knows he got that magic. Stiano's the fate. Take care, Juji. John Doe says, bro, keep it up, man. You're amazing. Do a little play. Thank you, John. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for hanging with us here. Yeah, I like that avatar too, and the Joker. That's dope, dude. John says everyone's leaving. I got to set it up too. We'll play one more quick one. We got to send you off to Brody after this if he's still going. Let me see if he's still going. Redirect. Other, No, Brody done. I wonder if no, he ain't doing nothing either. Well, no, we ain't redirecting nobody, man. Shoot. All right, no worries. How about we're gonna play that intro song from this new song called Apocalyptic. This is a really cool song I just wrote this the other day. Hopefully I remember it. But yeah, we're gonna end with this one. We'll play something crazy here. Yeah, he is done. I don't see him on there. Well, I've been trying to play this one a couple more times to get it better and better. So we're going to rock it. So let's do this and we'll be out here. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, make sure you do so. I am streaming every single night this week through Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern, and then Saturday and Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, make sure you come back, check us out, hit that subscribe, hit your notification. Let's go. that's the new song I wrote that yesterday called Apocalyptic. So yeah, that's a fun one to play. I like it. I'm gonna keep working on it. Gonna keep rocking on it. All right, let's see. We're gonna quick. Don says, no, I was trying to get Mama Shredder to send anyone over here. Oh, gotcha. No worries. There you go. So, some of y'all saw Superman. I need to see Superman. I love Superman. I heard it's pretty good. I heard this and that, but I heard Fantastic Four is actually really, really good. A lot of movies to see, man. Gosh. So much going on. There you go, Aaron. There you knew that Final Fantasy Watchmen song. I feel it, man. Dylan said, I know it's probably not your style, but you should check out Buck Tick. They've been around since the 80s. The lead singer had a brain stem hemorrhage on stage. God dang. Yeah, I never heard of Buck Tick. I've never heard of that name, man. I'll see if I can remember that. Anna, have a great night. She said, I just got out of work. There you go. Thanks, Elliot Silver Fox. How you doing, buddy? John Doe says the Superman's okay. Yeah, I heard it, man. I was like, why? Why you gotta mess up this stuff, man? I like Man of Steel. I thought Man of Steel was pretty good, you know. They should have just kept going with that, but DC Comics went haywire. Marvel went garbage route, man. Hopefully, I don't know. I heard this Fantastic Four could help and push Marvel at least, but if Superman needed to come out swinging. Like Superman needed to come out swinging hard, like insanity hard. It's not doing that apparently. So that's a bummer for the DC universe. We'll see. Thank you, Osman. Have a great night, my friend. Aaron says, I respect that. Too much CGI, most likely. Let's see. John L says, heck yeah, brother. Much love. Absolutely. Doggy, thank you, my friend. A1 Gang said, what's up, bro? Hope it's been well. It's been going good, buddy. Live once again, ripped to the moon. You know how we do. We back in action for sure. Back with a vengeance. John Doe says, wow, so beautiful, man. Thank you, John. Appreciate that. Dylan says, I recommend listening to Kuchizuke and the Romance first from Bucktick. I'll see if I'll usually I watch these streams over again, so I'll look at I'll read the chat again and check that out. Don said, damn, they're crazy sweeps. I know. I've been trying to get them, man. I've been trying to get them real tight. Getting there. Val says, Rick, it's dang good to have you back. Absolutely, Val. Great to have you guys back. It's so fun being back. I love playing. I do. And taking that week off is doing my work. It is what it is, but it definitely sucks. But I appreciate you guys. You know that. Jake's Vibes said, rock and roll to the fullest. Amazing work. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Dog Eat. Val Kimber, I ain't seen T-Bird yet this week, but the week is young, so we'll see. Hopefully it pops up. Thank you, Theo. Pella Funner feeling that. He said Apocalyptic is amazing, completely complex. Absolutely. I wrote that pretty quick, too. Pretty wild. You know, I started off with the timpani beat, and I started adding some strings to it. Then I started adding some trumpets and violins, the whole nine, man. You know, when I'm writing my classical stuff, man, it really gets wild, you know, because you start with a blank slate, basically. So, but yeah, I like that one. I think it's really fun to play. And it's got a lot of emotion to it, too. So we'll definitely get that tuned. I want to add some harmonies to a lot of stuff as well. All right, let's see. Pella got that count. 369, a triple 69. What's up with that, man? Dang. Lori said no T-Bird tonight. I don't think the last night. No, I didn't see him last night. Theo says, I don't mean to offend you or anything, but I'm low-key curious about what you have. I have no idea what it is, buddy. But you can Google it, Theo. I swear to God. I did have some fame, and there was a lot of information provided a long time ago. But yeah, just go ahead and Google Rick Renstrom. What happened to Rick Renstrom or whatever for all you. You can literally write that in Google, and it'll explain everything to you. I appreciate you, buddy. Val says, before I get, do you remember the band Y&T? I sure do. Dave Meniketti, dude. Yeah. Summertime Girls. That was a classic on MTV. I like this tune called Contagious. That was a ripping jam, too. Twisted, how's it going, buddy? Doggy said, Rick suffers from badassery. It's crazy. I know, right? Too much. I like that. Purple Bullet says, can you play Seek and Destroy? I'm a lead guitarist, and I really need some inspiration. And you were amazing, and you showed me anything possible. Yeah, for sure, dude. I mean, honestly, my friend, Seek and Destroy is a very simple Very simple song. No offense to anyone. And it's easily found on internet. But here you go, man. It's probably the first Metallica song I ever loved. Something like that, dude. I don't play too much Metallica. I played a little bit when I was a kid. I like Ride the Lightning a lot. I learned a lot of Ride the Lightning stuff. But we never played it in any of my bands, so I just never kept with it. Dylan knows he was optimized for shredding. True that. Absolutely, Evan. You have a great night, brother. Jake says, I think it's safe we all patiently wait for your return whenever you have a break. We'll always say, I appreciate that, man. John says, hey, Rick, when did you start realizing you were this talented? On guitar? It was about a year. About a year of me playing and taking lessons. I had, like I said, I've said before, I had raw talent after a year. I just needed to refine it. But I was playing in the band. After a year of me taking lessons, I joined the band, and we had it rocking. And then took the next year, and I just kept refining my skills with a different teacher. Val says 369 is his birthday month in here. There you go, buddy. He said he played him last Sunday night. I hope you won. Osman says, congratulations for the new song. That would sound cool. Thank you, Osman. Appreciate that. Don says he can play Seek and Destroy, kind of, sort of. Me too, man. I just never got into Metallica that much, man. It was like, I liked them. I liked listening to them. And I tried to learn like Fade to Black and stuff like that, you know. But none of the bands I played in, we didn't play Metallica. We played other stuff. And barely ever played Metallica. Aaron says, yeah, it's always this, man. The weekdays are this voltage. That's all we do on the weekdays. Always. All right, everybody. I think that's enough for me. I got to get going and chill out. I got to get up at 10:30. So I can't stay up late tonight. Well, I appreciate everyone. What do you say? I'm afraid of turning 30 and not being successful. What to do? Tantric, I was 30 and I just got my first record deal, and it took me, I started playing guitar at age 15. It took me 15 years to get a record deal. And it was fun for a while, and then it all fell apart. So don't worry about it, buddy. Just find something you're good at and make it, and be the best that you can be at it, and that's all. That's all you can do. Dylan says you turn 31 and make a game plan. Yeah, age is but a number, man. There's kids that are 19 years old and are millionaires already because they played the crypto market or whatever, you know. I wish I could make $1 million doing crypto. I'm not that smart apparently, but it is what it is. Jake says, as soon as I get the right strings, I got like 20 System of Down songs learned. There you go, brother. Cranking up. Frenchie says it right there. Make sure you hit that subscribe button before we shut it off. But I do want to thank everyone for hanging out with us tonight. It was a wonderful night. We'll be here all week, 10 p.m. Eastern through Friday, and then 9 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday. So make sure you come check us out. Hit the subscribe button. Frenchie knows, let's get to 60K. We're getting there. We're probably maybe tomorrow or the next day. We'll have it this week. But I want y'all to stay safe out there. I want you to be good to each other and take care of each other, because that's all we got. Thanks to all the mods tonight. Beautiful. Thanks to everyone hanging out with us as well. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your night or day, wherever you are at. And we'll see you tomorrow night. Take care, everybody.